For more, let's bring in Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons. Mr. Director, thank you for being here. We have just learned in the last 24 hours, Fox can report that there was a female Honduran illegal criminal alien in Wisconsin that was driving under the influence, killing 2 American teenagers. ICE, you have placed a detainer against this criminal alien, which is in a sanctuary jurisdiction in Wisconsin. What can you tell us?
No, Griffin, that's just one of the examples right there. What the president has been talking about is that these sanctuary jurisdictions just makes it safe for criminal illegal aliens to roam our neighborhoods. So ICE is dedicated. We will ensure that this drunk driver who killed 2 American teenage citizens will not be released back into the community to harm someone again. These sanctuary policies are the whole reason why criminal aliens feel free to walk among our neighborhoods and commit crime, because they know due to the sanctuary jurisdictions will allow them to keep their criminal streaks going just to be freed without any notification to ICE. It's not what the American people want. The president has promised that he will make Americans safe again. Secretary Noem has ensured that we have all the resources to go ahead and make sure we can get all these criminal aliens that are released. So the borders are right. We are going to flood the zone. We are going to go into these sanctuary cities. They are going to see more ICE officers, more other federal agencies on their streets to make these arrests, because when they don't cooperate with us, they only make their neighborhoods less safe.
Director Lyons, let me ask you for your reaction. We found out late Friday afternoon that a federal judge in Illinois has dismissed the administration's lawsuit against Illinois, City of Chicago, and Cook County, claiming that it lacked standing. Your reaction?
This is just another example of these leftist judges that are putting their own personal and political views ahead of public safety. If you look at Chicago in itself, Chicago has so many criminal aliens that we could help make that city and the state of Illinois safer. Yet, because of the views of how ICE does law enforcement, or how people in their own personal views view immigration enforcement, they would much rather have sanctuary policies that make their communities less safe. It's not right. It's not what the American people voted for, and it's not going to keep the American citizens safe.
I want to switch gears a little bit, Director Lyons, because we can also break news right now. ICE releasing a notification that they have arrested 214 illegal alien child sex offenders in the past 6 months in and around the Houston area. That's more than the entire arrested during fiscal year 2024. What can you tell us?
No, Griffin, it's really a credit to the great men and women of ICE, special agents and deportation officers that are out there working in the local communities. When you see that we've arrested over 214 people that have either been convicted or charged with sex crimes against children and minors, that should just show the American public that we are out there going after the worst of the worst. And this is what Americans want. This is what Americans voted for. They want Secretary Noem and President Trump to go out and make sure that our children are safe. And that is what ICE is doing. This is just evident that the men and women of ICE doing their law enforcement mission is actually making communities better and safer, because nobody wants anyone harming a child, let alone someone that should not be in the country legally. And luckily, due to states like Texas, cities like Houston and Harris County who cooperate with ICE, we're able to work with our local partners and ensure we take these predators off our streets before they can harm another child.
I want to ask you, lastly, Director Lyons, how the assaults on ICE officers is going. As we last reported, the assaults were up 830%. Where is that number now? Has it come down at all?
No, Griff, it's actually going up. We were notified yesterday a special agent in Los Angeles was hit by a vehicle. It's only continuing, and it's only because of the crazy rhetoric and the target that's being placed on ICE agents and officers' back by these politicians or these radical leftist groups that are targeting ICE just for doing their law enforcement mission. The men and women of ICE are some of the bravest people, some of the bravest law enforcement out there, but unfortunately we are being targeted. And I'm going to do everything in my power to ensure the men and women of ICE and their families go home safe every night, because what they are doing, just like the cases you highlighted today, 214 sex offenders against children out of Houston area. That is what the men and women of ICE are doing it, and they should not be targeted. They should not be called Nazis or the Gestapo. They should be praised for what they're doing to keep America safe.
Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons, thank you for your time and the hard work of your men and women in ICE. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Griff. Appreciate it.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.